AI will make millionaires in 2025, and while this sounds amazing, if you're a complete beginner to making income online, here's what I would tell you. Stop focusing on trying to become a millionaire or to create a huge company. Focus on learning a set of practical skills that you can use to make $1,000 in the next 7 days. And while that may sound hypey, that's the same thinking that allowed me to drop out of college, never have to work a job, and make $900 in my first few days of making income online. And it's also how I recently built this system that I'm going to share with you and sold it for $3,500 to a local business. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can make $1,000 in the next 7 days by tapping into this untapped opportunity, which is building and selling automated AI booking bots to local businesses. And the best part is it works for any type of business. It can respond to a business's leads and customers 24/7, 365. You can also easily switch between customer support or having it book appointments. And you only need to spend 20 to 30 minutes setting it up, and it can run for years to come. Trust me, I've been building these systems for the past 8 years, and it's how I've been able to fully support myself financially by solving these types of problems for businesses. And chatbots has been one of my specialties. And so when I'm telling you it only takes 20 to 30 minutes, I genuinely mean it. So let's get into the actual video of how do we actually build an AI booking bot for a business that we can go to them and actually sell and make some money with. So here is one of the clients that I recently sold this system to. And you can see from December 1st to December 31st of 2024, we have booked 76 appointments for this client using AI booking bots, okay? So this is the actual impact on a real business that is using this type of system, okay? And if you can solve this problem for a business, your bank account will grow. Helping businesses get more qualified leads on their calendar that show up for a call or an in-person appointment, okay? If you can do that, whether it's a plumbing business, whether it's a real estate agent, real estate investor, somebody who does mortgage loans, it could be a roofer, plumber, it doesn't matter. If you know how to solve that problem for them, they will pay you. And that's what this video is going to show you how to do. How do we set a system up so that you can get paid to solve this problem? So the three main functions that we're going to show you how to do in this video and what the bot can help you do is basically respond to leads on autopilot, qualify leads, and book appointments. And so in order to show you that and for it to make sense, let me give you a quick overview of what this funnel looks like and how I actually helped this business get 76 booked appointments, because you can't just, make a booking bot and think it's going to work. You have to understand how to convert traffic into the AI chat and then convert the AI chat into the appointment. So here is basically how this funnel works. So the first step is traffic. Now, if we go to like a business, like let's just say plumbers in Raleigh, North Carolina. If we take a look at a business like this, let's just take this first business as an example. And there's no particular reason I selected plumbers or Raleigh, North Carolina. It's just kind of a random place to illustrate how this works. So if we look at this business, right, they have 1,100 reviews and they have 4.9 stars. So pretty solid, right? And so this business every day gets traffic because if you live in this area and you need a plumber, you probably type plumbers near me, right? And if you've ever, gone anywhere or you're looking for places to go, you probably Google, restaurants near me, right? Maybe you look up certain types of, sorry, I don't know what they're doing out there, but kind of distracted me. You basically have looked up right on Google, like near me, like whether it's restaurant, whether it's a plumber, whether it's a roofer, gardener, anything like that, right? And so that's traffic, right? That's how these people are actually getting, impressions to their website, which then ideally, if things are optimized, turn into actual customers for this business, right? And so that's step one is traffic. All businesses have traffic. Now, how much traffic they have is directly related to their income, right? If a business has no traffic, no one knows about their business. No one knows what they do. No one knows how to get in contact with them. They're probably not making any sort of income. And so businesses that have traffic, right, they need help optimizing their traffic so that they can get more appointments so they can make more income. And that's exactly how I helped this particular client because they already had existing traffic. Now, when you get really good at this stuff, you start to learn how to create traffic for them as well. And, you can solve both problems and get paid even more. But if you're newer to this, fixing and optimizing existing traffic is actually easier than finding a client that doesn't have any sort of traffic, any sort of testimonials, any sort of customer base, and trying to take them from 0 to 1. It's actually way easier to go from 1 to 2 or 1 to 10 than it is 0 to 1. And so if you find a business like this, right, any one of these, they need help converting more of these traffic, And it's actually why if you look right here, you can see this thing that says AI Connect. So this business is actually paying for somebody like this company right here to help them convert more traffic into appointments, which is why if we click on this right here, we can see this is a AI company that you can see a sales rep that never sleeps, a service rep that never sleeps, right? And you can see this is what this company does is they help businesses convert more traffic, right, into appointments. So this is exactly what you can do. And if we look at their pricing, they have a 30-day free trial and they charge $99 per month. So why start from scratch when you can model what's working? This is a successful business and this is something that they're actually paying for right now in real time, right? And so it's the same thing that I was able to sell to this particular business, and it's how I've been in business for 8 years doing this, right? And so now that you understand, okay, that's traffic, then how do we convert that traffic into an AI chat? Well, the first way, right, is through putting it on the website, right? And I'll show you how to do that. And the second way is just having people call or text that number so that when they text the number, an AI booking bot responds. And that's what we're going to focus on in this video is just the text, whether it be live chat or whether it be through, texting the particular number. But once we can help a business, convert more of that traffic, then we're in business because we're solving a real problem that's tangible to the end business owner, and they're actually going to see a return on their investment. So traffic can come from their Google My Business page or their website. Then we need to fill in the gap with an AI booking bot system. And then we need to have a prompt, which I'm going to give you the prompt so that the prompt informs the booking bot. How do we take this conversation, right, from John Smith that's interested in a service, and how do we get them on the calendar to actually show up or answer our phone call so that we can see if we can, offer them our service or product, right? So that's the overview. We want to find businesses that already have existing traffic, that they don't have to be the number one page, but you know that if they're number one here and they have a lot of reviews, they have a sufficient amount of traffic. I mean, if we go to plumbers in Miami, Florida, we can see, that this business right here has 171 reviews, right? 206, 408. This one has quite a bit right here. So you can see in real time, these are businesses generating traffic. That's the only way they're getting reviews. That's the only way they're getting customers. And what's funny is once you do a good job providing these services, you get more reviews. Because you get more reviews, you rank higher. Because you rank higher, you get more business, right? And so this isn't just a one-time thing, right, where they just got these reviews. This is a compound effect. And so you can pretty much bank on the fact that these businesses are getting legitimate traffic, right? And so all we're going to do is fix that problem for them and optimize it for them. And so what we're going to do with this bot is we want to provide three main functions. One is we want it to auto respond, okay? So this means that if a interested lead messages the business at 11 p.m. at night and the business isn't available, I'll actually just I'll pick a random one and we'll see if any of them don't have a chat widget. And perfect. So this is there's a live example. The previous business that I showed you, the William Parrish Plumbing, they have 1,100 4.9 star reviews and they're number one. This Miami-Dade Plumbing has 87 4.9, so still good, just not nearly as many reviews. And guess what? They're missing this chat widget that I just showed you over there. So success leaves clues, right? So if the number one company with 10 times more reviews has an AI chat widget on it and they're paying $99 a month for it, then there's an opportunity, one, for you to improve this business's conversion from their traffic that they already have, and two, make money by filling in the $99 that they're not paying over here and probably losing in potential customers, right? So there's a real live example of like the problem right in front of your eyes and how you can use AI to solve it. And so once we plug in that bot, we're going to have one main function is it needs to auto respond. So like I said, we can't even message this business. We do have to call. If we call past, 11 p.m., no one potentially will answer, and so they lose that business, right? And so we need a system that can auto respond for the business. Here you can see a live screenshot of a, lead messaging this business and our bot responding in the same minute. The second component is we need it to qualify the lead so we understand what problem they have. If we're doing this for a plumbing business, we need to know what type of plumbing issue they're having, what their budget is, when they need it fixed, right? If they can't afford it or they're price shopping or it's not even urgent, why are we going to drive out there and, try and help that customer, right? We need to qualify the lead as well. So that's what the bot can do as well. And you can see in this example, the bot qualifying this particular lead. And then the last component is once the lead is actually qualified, we need to be able to get that lead on a calendar so that it's an actual appointment. And that's what this video is going to show you how to do, is how do we tie all that stuff together between the opportunity of businesses missing out on converting their existing traffic into money, into more customers, and how you can get a piece of the pie. And then three, how do we actually tangibly solve this problem by, creating this type of system that you can build and make money from, right? Because it's one thing if I tell you, okay, here's what to do, but if you don't have a way to create this type of a system or own this type of a system, you can't really get in on, this opportunity. So now that you understand how it all works, let me share with you how we're going to build this thing out. And it's not going to take really much longer than, 5 to 10 minutes here. So the first step is to create a free trial using Go High Level. It's the software I've used. I've used it for about 5 years at this point. I'm a top affiliate for the platform because number one, I use it. And I've also referred so many people to it that I'm a top affiliate. So you can get a free trial using my link in the description down below, or you can just go directly to Go High Level. If you partner with me, I do make an affiliate commission, but you also get my community, courses, and weekly calls that I do, and all the stuff that I basically provide to people that partner with me, right? And so you can get a trial to that down below. And then once you have your trial, you could use my link or you could just go directly. It's the same price. And my link has a longer trial. So there's no it's not like you pay me anything more or anything like that. But just you need the software to do what I'm telling you basically. So do it however you want. Doesn't matter to me. But that will be linked below. So once you have that, now we need to actually create, right, our system. So the first step to this, right, is we need to actually build a calendar for the business, right, so that we can get these leads that want to book an appointment, right, on an actual calendar. So it's not just like, oh, yeah, I got an appointment, and you're telling the client manually back and forth, the appointment. You need them to just be able to see it without talking to you, right? So inside of High Level, you click on this calendars function, and then you create a calendar. You just choose personal booking. It's super simple, and you just name this. I could just name this Miami-Dade Plumbing. Boom. And then you don't have to select a team member, I don't believe. And then you can just put a URL here for the actual calendar. And then I'm just going to put every day for the availability. And I'm just going to go 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. just so I can book an appointment. And then, oops, I don't have a team member, so I don't know. I'm going to just use this one that I have. But that's what you do to set this up is you just choose that. And once you have an actual customer, that will be your team member. So then you would just link that, that customer as the team member. So step one is to create the actual calendar right there, right? And once you have the calendar created, all you're going to do is go to this little button right here. It says Conversation AI, and we are just going to click on Create Bot. And then what we're going to do is we're going to choose the appointment booking function because that's what we want this particular bot to do. That's how we're going to get paid is turning these leads, this traffic into appointments, okay? We're not trying to do anything else other than appointment booking and maybe customer support, but really it should be centered around appointment booking. Then what we're going to do is click Continue. And now we go through the process of actually creating this. So I'm just going to call this the same thing, Miami-Dade Plumbing. And you guys can see how powerful it is because, one, you can go to this, to this business, email them with a video. I actually have a video on that, how to do video outreach to get clients. And that's what I did to get my first 7 or 8 clients. And once I did that, I just started getting referrals. Then I started making videos. And then I just never had to do that again. But this is a great way because you could actually go to this business and say, hey, I'm looking at different successful plumbing businesses, and here's what I found. The most successful plumbing businesses have a 4.9 or higher rating on Google, and they have 500 or more reviews, and they have a website chat widget where the customer can message them 24/7, right? And you can say, I'm on your site. You guys have a decent amount of reviews, but you're missing a widget. I can help you. Let me help you for free and plug this in for a few days, and we'll see if we get any conversations started from your traffic, right? If not, maybe they need some help with traffic, right? Which would be, ranking them higher, getting more reviews from their existing customer base, right? But you can see how simple it is. It's just like they're missing what we're talking about, right? And so you can create this super fast too. We're going to choose autopilot. This means that it's going to send responses back and forth to the actual lead, right? Automatically. We don't want to, have a human intervene or try to respond. The whole point here is the AI does the work for us and for the business. And so we just choose this, and within a few seconds, we have a demo ready to go with this actual business. So for the supported communication channels, I'm going to choose live chat. So that means, going back to that original business, the one in Raleigh, we want that, that response instantaneously like this, right? We want to be able to message the lead back and forth. And so we're going to choose live chat. And that's what Go High Level calls that particular feature. So then from here, we're just going to call this Miami-Dade Plumbing. And we're going to configure this. So how fast do we want the bot to respond? Well, we want to respond in 1 second. We don't want these people waiting around. That's the whole point. And then the maximum messages that we should be able to send here, I believe, is 25. Let's see if it lets us go more. No. So 25 is good. That way it can fully answer any questions or objections from the lead and get them booked in, right? And so 25 is max. You shouldn't even need more than that. It should take about 8 to 12 questions or messages before someone books in if they're coming from organic traffic. So we're just going to put 25 here, and then we're just going to save this particular part of the system right here. And then we're going to go to the bot training. And here's what's super cool. So we can go to this particular business's website right here, and we could either put in their URL to their site, and it will, upload their data from the site in a text file, so the bot has it as a frame of reference to respond from. Or we could do both, but we can also just create a specific prompt. And so what the prompt basically consists of is we're going to tell the bot how we want it to actually behave, right? And so if you've never written a prompt before, or that sounds complicated, you can actually just use this thing right here that I have. You can copy and paste this entire template, and you can go to ChatGPT and have it rewrite it for a plumbing business. So I tend to work with real estate investors, and so this prompt that I have here is specifically for real estate investors. So what I'm going to do is I want to make it for the plumbing business, so I'm going to do for a plumbing business, and I can even say fill in the sample prompt with Miami-Dade Plumbing. I think that was what theirs was called. I'll just call it that, as the test business. And then it's going to use this prompt right here to basically, it's going to take this prompt and then swap out all the questions, swap out everything here, and make it specific to plumbing. So I'm going to just send this over, boom. And then it's just made up with a bot name. We put the lead concierge of Miami-Dade Plumbing, and then here's the purpose of the prompt. And like I said, you can change all this stuff out super fast. But this is good enough for a base level prompt. And then all we're going to do is copy this over here, go back to our system. And then for our personality, you really don't need to write anything here. You can just put you are friendly. You leave the intent as the booking appointment, because that's what you want it to do, is book the appointment. Now the main thing we just swap out here is just delete all this and paste this, right? Now this is a prompt, like I've been prompting for a few years since ChatGPT came out, and this is the prompt format and template that I use with my actual clients and customers. So this is my proven prompt. It's not like I just made it up. If you want to make your own, you can make your own, but this is the frame that I follow. You can see it's very clear. Like, this is the purpose, right? These are the qualifying questions we want, and we only want to ask one question at a time. And so it just swapped out all these questions that we had for real estate investors, right? And we swapped it out for a plumbing, right? Somebody who needs a potential plumbing service. And then we just have all this ready to go, right? It just swapped it all out. And so now all we have to do is click on this appointment booking, and then we're going to choose our calendar, and then just click save. And then we save it right there. And so once we have that set up, right, I can just message this thing. I'm going to refresh it and show you how it works. I can just say hello. And so what we want it to do is say this greeting. This is how I prompt it exactly. So if you want it to change it to something else, you can do that. But you can see it followed this perfectly. This is all that time and effort I've spent on prompting. So that's what we want it to do, is send that exact message. And so once I say yes, it should ask me if I'm currently experiencing any plumbing issues. This is what the prompt says. That's what it should do. So I'm going to say yes. Boom. Perfect. Are you currently experiencing any plumbing issues? So I'm going to say yes, my shower is not draining. And then it should say, yep, is this property residential or commercial, right? And it's just going to go down the line of all these questions. And so I'm just going to answer them quickly so you can see how it books the appointment. So I'm just going to say residential. And then for your shower drain issue, are you looking for a repair, installation, or maintenance service, right? And keep in mind, this prompt was just auto-generated from AI based on my template. All I did was say, change this to this business for this type of business. And you guys can see just how crazy this is, because I can do the same thing for another business. I can say, for a roofing business, boom. And then it's going to generate me a new prompt right here, and it's going to have different questions. Perfect, right? So within seconds, you can make prompts for different types of businesses. Now, I recommend, if you're going to go all in on this type of model, you just niche down. That's what I'd recommend. But I just want to show you how simple it is to change this stuff around. Like, if you don't like this question, or your customer doesn't like the question, you just change it. You just go right here and you just change it right here. It's not like, you got to go rebuild some software thing. You just change the words, right? So it's super simple. And so I'm going to just say, I just need it fixed tonight, please. And then it's going to move potentially to the next question, or it's going to try and get the appointment. So I'm just going to say 5 p.m. And then it should have me booked in. All right, so there you go, right? Now, if you wanted to add what their budget is, anything like that, like I said, you just follow this template and basically fill it in with whatever questions you want, right? And so the last kind of component here is, how do we actually get this on a website, or how do we get this on a website? Or if they don't have a website, how do we use this to like combine the chat widget on the website so the customer sees it, not just us internally, right? So all we do is, inside of this system, we can just go to sites, new funnel, or I'm going to do it as a website actually, and we're going to do new website from template, And then we can just do plumbing. And then you can see, I kind of like this one, so I'm going to just choose this one right here. And within a few clicks, I can now make this a live website and put that chat widget on it. So I'm just going to click on this one right here, click continue, and now it's adding in this template. So what I'm showing you is, okay, that's how you build the bot, but then if they don't have a website, how do we actually put this on their website? Or if they have an existing site, I'll show you how to just copy and paste that code so that you can just easily install it on their existing site, right? So once this gets added, we can literally have a templated site pretty much up and running in just a few seconds. And then from there, you can actually offer the website, because some of the websites here are way cleaner than the ones people have. And I mean, websites, you know, you can easily charge 500, 1,000. I mean, some people charge, thousands of dollars for websites, right? So you can do that as well. So here's the website right here, and it's actually already ready to go. Like, it's literally already here. You can see all the pages. If we go to services here, we can link that to a separate page, right? But it's pretty much what this guy has. It's just a different look and stuff like that. And so now all we need to do is go to settings, chat widget, and then we just choose, we would choose this one from right here. Since I made it in that section, the conversational AI, it's going to be based on when people respond through the chat widget. So if we just go right here, we kind of have to link these two things together. So I'm just going to save this right here. And then when we go right here to plumbing, we can just link these two things up. So boom, there you go. And then just like that, when we preview this, we can just say hello. It should send an auto message right there. But in just a second, it should send over through that prompt what we already created here. And I'll just make sure that's hooked up. So this is our primary one. So I'm just going to switch this to primary so that those messages start getting auto responded to now. So let's just refresh this. And then we should be able to say hello. Is anyone there? And then that's obviously going to be an auto message. And then in just a second, there we go. So hi guests, this is Aqua. Yes. And then it's just going to take me down through that prompt, right? Just like I showed you on the back end. Boom, there's all the questions. It's going to do the same thing. And then if I go through this real quick, I want to show you how it actually books it on a real calendar here so that you can see how the business would see it. Shower won't drain properly. And then we should just have a few more questions here. Is this same question? So residential. And then I need it fixed right now, please. And then lastly, it's just going to book me in. And then, yep. And like I said, you can change the amount. You may not need to ask as many of these, but you can change all that stuff out, right? So I'm going to do today. I don't know if I put today as an available thing. I can't remember on that calendar, but let's see if it pulls anything from today. But it should just pull like a few days and times. And then from there, we can basically book in that appointment, and we'll see the actual appointment get booked in the system in the actual calendar. So let's see if this sent. All right, so there it responded, and then I'm just going to do 6 p.m. And so then it will now book me into the actual calendar. Boom. And if we go back into our system, we can see calendars here. And if we go to appointments, we can see which one. This is me right here, guest visitor. So 6 p.m. it's booked. And if we actually click into this, guest visitor, we could actually see the entire thread of the conversation right there. And if you need to install this on a potential customer's existing website and they don't want you to build a new website for them, you can just click on Get Code and copy and paste this into the footer of their site. You can use YouTube or Google to find out how to do it. It's very, very simple. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is one of the most underrated opportunities that is out there right now. It doesn't take long to do. Once you set it up, it's super valuable. So if you are interested in learning more, just make sure to stay connected to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.